crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
One and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Are you ready for a little YouTube talk? Because I know I am. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great one. It's hump day. Yeah! I love hump day. It's just like, you just want to hump because it's hump day. What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see everybody here. It's good to have you all here. Big shout out this morning. Gary Badger Sandwich Worthington. He's UK Skull. I didn't quite get you in the intro, brother. Happy Dinosaur 8000 says, happy day to you, Loki. I'll be back. Got to take my dog outside. All right, brother. Be safe. Be safe. Take the dog out. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Gosh, man, it's so good to see everybody. Free Snow Dub. Free Snow Dub. Twitter's twatters is puppet phobe. Free Snow Dub. Snow Dub's in twatter jail. So we want to free Snow Dub. We want to break him out. We want to get him out. Let's get Snow Dub out of twatter jail as fast as we can. Put those hashtags out. Free Snow Dub. Get those hashtags rolling on Twitter because the puppet did nothing wrong. Period. So he told a bitch to take a walk. How many times have you told somebody to take a walk? It's not, God help us. They just don't get it. Mary's Game Room. Good morning, guys. If you don't know, and I'm sure Mark's got the link ready to throw down into the chat. If you don't know, Mary's Game Room is doing a charity run for Extra Life. She has done this for the last couple of years. Very successful. Mary's Game Room and Mark have been running this charity. They absolutely, this is for kids. It's for the kids. I don't, Loki. Holy shit, Mark doesn't have the link. Well, I'm sure somebody's got the link to Mary's charity. If somebody could please put that link in the chat, I would very much appreciate it. She's busting her butt for charity. Mark and Mary have done this. Chris has got the link. Thank you so much, Chris. Link is in chat. I'm going to pin that. Mary will be on at some point in the future, probably on a Wednesday. We'll bring Mary on and we'll talk about the charity when she has time in the morning. If not, we'll record something. No, it's Mary. I'm just a nobody helping bullshit. Shut up, Mark. We've been talking about tasing Mark and water. They've been talking about waterboarding Mark and all kinds of things because Mark helps push this charity so very much. Mark is a key element. You know, Mary runs this thing and runs it very well and helps a lot of people. So any eyes on that charity would help, guys. Any kind of retweets, shout outs, anything. No waterboarding, Mary said. Free the tongue of Tibet. No, absolutely not. No, we're not doing that. Good morning, Walter. How are you doing? Whitechapel, what is up? Castle, no good deed goes unpunished. Don't mess with the Clintons. They will kill your Twitter. Oh yeah. They'll have that Twitter taken out. It's illegal. I'd get arrested. Oh yeah. To waterboard him. Yeah. Well, that's why you have Arlene to do it. They'll let her get away with it. Holy shit. Good morning, everybody. It's so good to be here. So good to be doing this morning. Let's talk. What can you do to get back? That's completely up to you. That's something you've got to figure out. But you don't just take, right? Loki, Snowdove should have told the person to go find a spin cycle. That's true. Go find yourself a spin cycle. She probably hasn't, had a spin cycle in God knows how long. Obviously, Bill was completely uninterested in the spin cycle with her. And I'm not, surprised. Who would want to? I'm surprised they have a kid at all. I'm 99% sure that she's some kind of mutated clone of both of them that they had, whipped up in a lab. Someone say water. Yeah, I'm in. Who needs a few minutes of fear? Mark? Oh, yeah. Dega, brother. Giving back can be done in so many ways. That's right. Arwen, right here. Let's say you were down at some point and someone was near. You could get back that way. Let's say that you were about to have to move and you didn't have enough money to move and the community came together and helped. You can get back by doing the same thing. The problem comes around when someone takes advantage, isn't it? I brought this up last week and it was just a little thing. And I got a couple of different responses. Who does that? And so there's a guy, he plays video games. He plays video games on YouTube. He streams games and was hassling his audience for money, saying he wouldn't waste his time for less than $100. So it just blew me away. I mean, the guy was a total prick. Absolute prick. Yeah, I was talking about Chelsea, Sebastian. So, the guy was a total prick, treating the audience like crap. Talked a lot of shit. Yeah, that's it. That's the tweet. Yep. So inciting violence, I believe, was whatever. It's absolute crap. So DSP works very hard. I don't care how hard you work. If you're a prick, like that, you can kiss my ass. And just turn them off. Turn them off. You know how many people play games on the internet where other people can see them? There's a shit ton. Everybody wants to game for a living. Everyone and the mom's doing it now. Everybody wants to play games for a living. They want to get paid to do what they love doing. Right? So there's 1,000,001 different people playing games out there. Someone that constantly got their hands out, constantly e-begging, constantly asking for something, constantly having something happen and being like, oh my God, help me. You can find 1,000,001 other people to watch today. So it honestly boggles the mind why anybody would throw some prick $100 just to watch him play a game for an hour. I'm not doing this for anything less than $100 an hour. Then don't do it, bitch. When you start laying down terms to your audience, I don't see how you can get away with that. I don't see how people would still be paying you. To include playing Go Fish. I guess you could. There are people that play like card games online. So sure. Coming soon, Mexican Iron Man OnlyFans Gaming. New Sexy Time channel. Does it have the girls from the beach volleyball game? Mexican Iron Man. So entitlement is real in today's day and age. It's sickening. I can't not argue with that in any way, shape, or form. I'm entitled to this. I deserve this. I deserve to have this. I want to have this. Does anybody ever stop to think that sometimes you have to work hard to get there? I just don't think that's in people's vocabulary. Most people anyway today. I have to work hard to get what I want, right? I mean, who's going to pay you to do nothing? I'm sure there are some people that like live with their hand out. Hell, I've met some on this platform that literally live with their hand out. Mexican Iron Man knows one that we've gone over a couple of different times. Them people lived with their hands out, constantly asking, constantly e-begging, constantly saying, don't give me a super chat, guys. Send it to my PayPal. I get it right away. So Loki is gaming soon? Nah, Loki is going to play the Final Fantasy part 2, 7 part 2. I'm going to stream that. Besides that, probably not. I might do something at one point. I don't know. I've kind of gotten out of the gaming stuff. So, yes, you can watch someone play games for an hour, but can you watch someone play a game for an hour and die at the dumbest moments like I do? Oh, yeah, some of those are the funnest. Some of those are the funnest, Pacific 414. Mark Dampingly Tire says, maybe I'll just bitch and moan about a delay, or even better, take a trip to Iceland and Dallas after begging and saying I'm going to lose everything. It's possible. Work hard in the age of I demand instant gratification and success. Wow. Who knew? Right? But what if you don't have to? Stig Kenobi, groups on social media get exploited by grifters and scammers too often. GoFundMes that don't make sense. Fraud, really. And people selling stuff they never deliver. There you go. There you go. Script Doctor. That's like me, Loki. I die all the time in games, and it's hysterical. You know what's absolutely crazy? I played Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, like, man, on every system it came out on. So I had it on GameCube, I had it on PS2, I had it on Xbox, I had it on PC, and then the remake comes out And I mean, I was like deadly. I ran through there without getting any kills. I was doing fast plays where it was like record time. And that remake came out, and I tell you what, I tried to take out the chainsaw guy in the very beginning. I died twice before I finally took him down. I died twice because I had to change my tactics up. I was used to playing it the old way. Nerdwatics Witcher 3 playthrough was the most fun I've ever had watching a stream. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Gary's great. Gary's so freaking great. Mixing Iron Man. Mark, how do I have to super chat donate to the fundraiser for a live on-screen tweezer pube pool? Holy shit. I don't want to do that. We were talking about waterboarding, not pube pools. No. I want to see someone with an explosive temper play Ghosts and Goblins. That's me. That would be me. I used to hate that game. I used to absolutely hate that game in the arcade. I could never get past the first level without having to put in another quarter. I hated it. I don't know. People bitch about like games today. Talk about how, difficulty. Like, I mean, fucking journalists, man. I'm like, did you never play a game where you had like you got hit once and that was it? It was game over. I don't think they did. People talk shit about the Souls games. We were playing tougher shit than that back in the day. Where you got touched once and that was it. It was over. We were discussing on Comics Division last night about the Leisure Suit Larry game. Would there be irony if Mexican Iron Man played it on his new channel? Awesome. There's a bunch of those that are comedy gold. Michael Gonzalez. I used to play the shit out of that for like 5 years when it came out. Maybe that's why I'm the way that I am. It's possible. No, our lovable Mikey he just broke the mold when they made him. That's it. They just broke the mold. There's never going to be another one like him. Come on, Loki. We know most journalists struggle at the tutorial level. God help me, dude. I don't want to make this about video games so much, but no, I agree. I absolutely agree. They need GG, bitch. GG, bitches. Oh my God, that's so toxic, Loki. Oh, shit. Get good. Souls games are for consolers. Bud Badassener. So I don't know. I kind of like everything. So I can't think of a genre of video games that I haven't at least dipped my toe into and tried. Anyway, so what about giving back? What about giving back to a community that helps you? I'll tell you what. I try and do just personally me. I try and do what I can, and I try and be there for the people that have been there for me. There's a difference between trying to be Superman, as Mikey is so fond of telling me not to be, and being there for the people that have been there for me. And there's so many of you that have been there for me, whether you realize it or not, whether you get it or not. There's all these people that have been there for me. Mock, Arwen, Pacific 414, Stig. Shit, Stig's like, what do you mean I've been there for you? Dude, there's been times where you popped in here and said something, and I've just been like, Stig. I take all that into account. And you should. That's the way it should be. It's not the way it always is. To me, I mean, just this interaction in the morning, waking up and talking to all of you and being on here, I find myself, I used to look at the clock and of course I say that and I look up at the clock. I don't normally watch the clock, which is why we've been going later and later a lot where I just don't even notice the time. And or someone will say, oh, you're past the hour, Loki. And I'm like, oh shit, I am. I get so swept up in the conversation, and this is my jumping off point every morning. It's wonderful when someone messages me and it's like, dude, you make mornings worth getting up. So do you guys. So do all of you. I'm not trying to be sappy or anything. I'm just saying. It's important. It's important for me. I'm not a morning person. You can take that for what you will. I am not a morning person. I do not like waking up in the mornings, but I like waking up in the mornings now because of y'all. Damn, now I miss the arcade. I'll tell you what, look up something Project Cambrian if you miss the arcade and you really want to get into some cool arcade stuff. Look up Hyper Arcade Systems. That is Hyper Arcade Systems. There's a couple of those. If you want to just look up Hyperspin, that's another one that you can look up. But I'm working on a project that basically will have all of the arcade greats and some other stuff in a custom built arcade machine. So this will not have a flat screen monitor like the ones they sell. Through like Extreme Home Arcade, which their stuff's great. If you guys don't know, check out Extreme Home Arcades. They have some absolutely beautiful stuff. I'm sure when I'm done, mine won't look anything like the quality builds that they come out with because they come out with some absolutely beautiful stuff. But I've got a CRT screen. It's a big one. It's like a 38-inch. I'm going to mount that onto a machine, onto a frame, and I'm gonna have my own arcade machine. So this would be the second one of these that I've done. But the first one I did with flat screen. I just used a monitor, an old monitor, and I used that to make it, and it was okay. It's okay. It had like 2,000 games on it. This is going to be something completely different. So this is going to be my own little project that I do. So, and maybe when I'm done, we can ship it somewhere and give it away as a prize or something. I don't know. That's not a promise either because I have no idea when I'm going to get to this. So, good morning, Jester's Darth Arlena. Why would I do a side project like that? That's going to take up a lot of time, Loki. Well, it's like a little hobby thing. I like making arcade machines. I do. I used to make the little MAME boxes, the little retro pies. I used to love making those. I've still got a couple of images saved. Of course, these are older and probably need a big update, but it's fun. I like doing stuff like that. I like making little stuff like that. I still have my Commodore 64. About to have about 100 games on it on cassette tapes. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You look at the Aztec stuff. I call it Aztec because it's tech, but it's so old. It's Aztec. I love that stuff though, man. I absolutely love that stuff. Orange, what is up, brother? What is up? Good morning. What's up, man? What's up? When and guys, if you didn't know, Ords is running a GoFundMe because he had to move suddenly. He had to move. He was moving out. Had some shit he had to deal with, and needed some money to get by. And he's running a GoFundMe. I don't know if any of the mods has a link to that or not. If you could please throw that in the chat, I would very much appreciate it. You get back, man. You get back, and it doesn't have to be like. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be. You could give advice. You could be there for somebody when they need you. You could be an ear. You can do anything. There's so much that you can do. Make use of my cooking tips. Stig Kenobi right there. Stig giving back. I got cook. I'm gonna cook stuff up. I'm gonna have a little cooking. That's right. Damn straight. Dean Krantz is a friend of mine, owns a company that provides pool tables, dartboards, jukeboxes, and video games to businesses. If you have questions, I'll give him your contact info. Sure. I built a cabinet. I built a cabinet back in God, this was forever ago, like 6, 7 years ago. So, but I don't need like, I don't need like a board or anything because this is all going to run off of like a mini PC. So it'll be a small form factor PC. I have like a GTX 10 series. It's not like it's got to be super badass. It just has to run the emulator. So it just has to run Hyperspin and Launchbox, which will basically condense all of the emulator stuff. I could use the retro one, but the retro one can't run everything as much as it says it can. The basic stuff, that's one of the easiest things you can use. And sorry, I didn't mean to get off on arcade stuff. It's just been on my mind recently. Another way to get back is to stop drama at the door. Don't let people talk shit. Don't let people shit talk others. It takes a lot of courage to stop that nonsense when it drops in your lap, but it's worth it. I tell you what, I tell people straight up, I don't want to hear drama. If it's like, oh, Loki, blah, 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 I'm like, I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear it. I got shit to do. I'm busy. See ya. I don't straight up. I do not want to deal with the drama. I do not want to deal with people's conspiracy theories. I don't want to deal with any of that shit. I have much better things to do in my life than listen to that shit. And when it goes on and on and on and on and on, and it doesn't stop, the person could be like, "Oh, Loki, I've learned my lesson, and I don't do that." And then they do it, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's it. You want me to think that, yeah, that's right. Damn straight, Ords. Don't want to deal with the bullshit." And you start to get an idea. And it's funny when it like runs off to another group and it's all over the place there. And you're like, uh-huh. Well, we know who left with it and we know where they went. And it's not too hard to see what's going on. Super Mario Brothers movie had me thinking about playing the OG games like Donkey Kong back in the day. Not just the consoles either. I had flashbacks of playing the Donkey Kong arcade game. So we were talking about this yesterday on Pops' stream. The Donkey Kong that Seth Rogen plays, it's got to be the Donkey Kong off of Donkey Kong Country. And that's why it was so weird. And I guarantee you, that's what Seth was thinking about was the Donkey Kong. That's why it threw a couple of people off because it's Donkey Kong off Donkey Kong Country. I'm not a Seth Rogen fan. I used to like Pineapple Express and some of the shit when they were funny and they were just being, potheads. That shit I thought was really funny. Now though, some of these people are insane. They're absolutely insane. And I don't, it's drama. I let them be insane somewhere else. I spend enough time writing drama. I'm not interested in living it right there. I've got better things to do. Y'all have better things to do. But Loki, it's like wrestling. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not like wrestling. It's not like any of that other bullshit. There's no reason to be starting feuds and talking shit and having backroom little fucking knitting circles and all that shit. There's no point in it besides, loving drama. And right there, boards, I'm right there with Seth used to be awesome. Now he's a douchebag. Yeah, he's a D-bag. He turned into exactly what he used to talk shit about, which seems to happen. Wasn't excited to hear Seth Rogen play Donkey Kong. Neither was I. Sid Kenobi, back in the day, it was shit behavior to read someone's diary. Now, people who use social media as their diary get pissed if you don't read it and like it. Yeah, right there. If you don't listen to me and listen to the shit and listen to me talk shit about this other person and blah, 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 you're a horrible person. How dare you not like me bitching about someone else? And that's the real holy shit. I can't believe it. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. How dare you not like me talk shit about this other person? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be involved in it. First couple of years of YouTube were absolute insanity. It was absolute. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got through it, but I did. And once that shit stopped and that was cut out, and you go back and you look and you see, it's almost like you can circle the people that brought all that shit into your world. You can go back and you can look at it and you can circle the people that brought all that negative energy in. And that's all it is negative energy. That's not giving back. That's taking. Loki exposed. My channel is not growing and I'm being blocked from growing because Loki is a meanie face. Yeah, I'm sure. It's all my fault. That's another thing. When you start getting blamed for other people doing stupid shit, nope. But Loki, because I blah 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 because of you, my channel's not growing and it sucks. No. You decide what content to have on your channel and what content not to have on your channel. No one decides that for you. And if you have to have someone who decides that, this is not the place for you. And you got to learn that. You've got to learn that. If you can't decide your talking points and what you're going to do and someone else is doing that for you, maybe this isn't the place for you, because this is all about you. This is all about you. This is all about doing something that you love and enjoying it. And guess what? You can make that into something great. It was pretty much, I need to smear this channel to lure it to elevate my own. Saw it plenty from the sidelines. Blackmails happened a bit too. Right there. Right there. It's a scramble. And some people don't realize that all they have to do, Stig, is stand on their own content. There's not a day that goes by that I don't stand on my own content. I don't stand on other people's content. Oh, but Loki, you've talked about like earlier this week, you and Mike talked about the Mexalorian and Star Wars and hoobity hobbity and blah, 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 blah. I can get on here and talk about anything. Me and Mike didn't even decide on that. Mike didn't even know what the hell we were going to do until that morning, until he saw the thumbnail and went, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. After we had one text message. All of what happened yesterday was over one text message that he sent. And yes, I'm telling him the secrets. Oh my God, Loki, they're going to realize that you just fly by the seat of your pants. Yeah, everybody ought to know that by now. How dare you not have me on your channel? You're supposed to promote me all the time. Hashtag blame Loki right there. Right there. Mags knows. Mags knows. So I was good friends with someone that used to get upset that they weren't on the channel all the time. All kinds of shit. And why weren't they on the channel all the time? Well, number one, nobody's on the channel all the time besides me. Why? Because it's my channel and I have to be here to create content each and every morning and each and every night. Second, when I did have this person on, there was drama and chaos and upset. I can't deal with that. Not in the middle of a show. I'm not dealing with that. I used to have someone. So I used to be in a relationship where I would get yelled at every single morning before I started the show. It would be one big fight. And then, 5 seconds before I hit the go button, they'd leave me alone. And it was one big fight all the way up because they didn't want me doing it. They wanted me to quit. They wanted me to get so upset and so pissed off that I'd quit. Oh, me and Mike call it YouTube sickness too, Stig. Me and Mike call it YouTube sickness too. Kick in with some people, always at monetization. Focus and morals change overnight. The people who help them get left behind. Too low on the radar for them. And they're the ones, Stigs, that more often than not go after people for the same kind of behavior. You'll always see it. And I'm not talking about bringing it up. I'm like you are. I'm talking about constantly hammering at it. Like, how dare they do this? How dare they blah, blah, blah? How dare they pawn jump? How dare they do this? And then they turn around and they do it themselves and act like they're not doing it. I've seen a lot of brown nosers. That act exactly the same way. And you'll see it because they want attention. It's all about me, 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 me. I said that last week. Oh my God, those fights. One time I was backstage and heard the whole fight before a show. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And then she left, out the door. And I was like, did you get any of that? And he goes, I got the whole thing. Holy shit. And I said, every single morning. And if she knew that he was listening to all that, oh my God. She probably would have fucking grabbed the PC that's sitting to the left of me and thrown it against the wall if she'd have found out about that. And then said it was all me. It was all my fault. Drama. And the things we go through. And the shit we have to deal with. And guess what? You take a step back. Just take a step back. One step back. And look at the field. And tell me where your drama and bullshit is coming from. Oh, well, Loki, it's coming from over here. Okay, can you be more specific? Well, it's coming from this person. Shut them off. Turn it off. It's like walking over the radio, turning the dial, and changing the station. Turn them off, and walk away. It's that simple. Saw screenshots of a few planning on having me on their channels because I knew Mary and John talks. Me being on would associate them with John and Mary. Me linking them with them. Oh, that's fucked up. Hey, we'll use Stig. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll use Stig as a stepping stone to get over here. We'll use Stig as a stepping stone to get over here. Whitechapel says she sounds like Amber Heard. Dude, during that trial, I had to deal with some fucking harsh realities. When Johnny Depp was going through that trial, and I was listening to this, I was like, dude, I went through the same fucking thing with this bitch. I went through the exact same type of shit with this woman who was just out to lunch and had her own agenda, had her own bullshit. And I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot. I was an idiot. I wasted a lot of time. One thing that I've come to realize is we all have a limited amount of time on this planet with the people we enjoy being around. And that's my main focus. That is my main focus now, is to be around the people that I love being around, getting to hang out with, getting to talk to. We all have to live and learn. It's true. And I don't beat myself up over it, Arlena. I don't. I used to be like, God, I can't believe I wasted all this time. And I hate that I did this. And I hate that this money got wasted on this and all this shit. I used to sit there and go over and absolutely hate, but I got over it. And I'm in a much better place now. And that's what you have to do. You have to look forward. Why does shit like this have the effect on some people where it's like, well, now I'm stuck. I'm stuck and I'm looking down instead of looking forward. Eyes up. Eyes up. That's what I always constantly tell myself is eyes up and eyes forward. Loki, why don't you go back and listen to your streams incessantly and do this and that and the other? Because none of that matters. It's on the horizon. It's on the horizon. What you're doing, how you are working to get there. How are you working to get where you need to be? Because if you constantly have your hand out, if you're constantly asking for help, if you're constantly relying on someone else to get you somewhere, you won't ever learn anything. And you'll never get there on your own two legs. I understand some people want to take the horse and just haul ass and ride. That's not the point of life. The point of life is walking those uncertain trails, taking the road less traveled, which I've brought up before. That's the whole point of life. If they had all this mapped out, this is the thing that amazes me. If they had all this mapped out, and I've got a formula to sell you, and this formula is going to get you everything you ever wanted in life. But you got to take this formula. You got to buy this formula from me. That formula wasn't made for you. And this YouTube is the exact same way. Well, I figured out the algorithm and I figured out this and I figured out that and sell it. Sell it. Like bottled fucking water. Sell it. Bottle that shit up and sell it. And they won't. Because what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for someone else. The main focus of YouTube stream is the sub count of who you have on. You have already failed. Comes off as photobombing. There you go. There you go. Numbers. All they are numbers. That's it. They're just numbers. Chest up, chest out, even when your neck is dirty, my dad said. Yeah. Not only that, if you take that formula, you're probably not going to be able to keep what you get when things get complicated. Better to work for it and learn as you go. Exactly. Script. Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about quick success and the positives and the minuses of quick success. Let's say you jump on YouTube. Let's say you've been here for 2 months and suddenly you get this huge opportunity. Your video gets 2 million views overnight and people are going crazy talking about you, and you get invited to all the cool parties with all the cool kids and all these people. You have no idea who these people are. And there's some of them that are latching onto your ankles or they're butt plugs with teeth is all I like to call them. And you've got ankle biters and butt plugs with teeth, and you have no idea what is going on. You have no idea where you're going to go from there. You're just an instant overnight success. You're not walking out into the shallows and getting used to the water and realizing what position you're in. You're jumping in the ocean with sharks. It's just the way it is. Enjoy your time where you're at. Enjoy your time where you're at. Butt plugs with teeth. That's not nightmare fuel at all. Exactly. Enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the ride. Nobody wants to think about the ride getting there. Nobody wants to think about it. They just want to be there. They just want to be there and be done and have all the, I want the super chats. Give me the super chats. Oh, thank you for the super chats. Super chats. We've got 1,000 members on the subscribe channel now. Blah 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 blah. It's always numbers. It always comes back to numbers. You'll notice that it's all numbers. It's a numbers game. Oh my god, y'all! And this was at like 5K. We need 50 more people. I need 50 of you to sign up now. Come sign up to my YouTube channel. I need 50 more people to get to 5K. 10K. I need 100 more people. 20K. I need 500 more people. Hurry up. Sign up. Where are you? Why aren't you signing up to my channel? And the longer this goes on, the more dickish and prudish they become. And they think they're entitled to that. Oh, well, I've earned that. I've earned that. I've earned that by having numbers on my YouTube channel. I've earned it. No, you haven't. And the more you treat people that way, the more you treat people that way, the more people see what an insufferable fucking twat you are. Breaking news, I only need another 99,000 subs to get my YouTube plastic frame thingy. Sub to me now. Now, goddammit, now! Yeah. Yeah. Interesting how people who complain about NPCs are only focused on numbers and algorithms. Ha! Stig's got a point. This is why I prefer support over channel runner. I'll hit the go live button every once in a while, but being support is more fulfilling, in my opinion. Mark has been a wrench here for what? God, what, from close to the beginning? How long has it been now? Like 3 years almost? It's been a long time. I couldn't ask for 3 better wrenches than the ones I got. Mark and Chris and Josh. I couldn't ask for 3 brothers to be wrenches on this channel. Mike's got a wrench because he's Mike. I think Paulie has a wrench because he wanted to throw something in chat, and I just never went back and took it away because I don't care. It's in 1853, Mexican Iron Man. They're great guys, and I couldn't do this without them. They watch over. I know Mark watches over this place like a hawk. You know, he sees it. He is the laser guided destroyer of don't fuck with this channel. Yeah, Mike's wrenches for diversity and inclusion. Usually people who talk about stuff they truly care about and know about get a steady following fast, a loyal one. The ones who just do shallow talks of whatever is trending get a shallow following. And that's true. That is absolutely true, Stig. Stig's speaking wisdom this morning, guys. I think more than I am. I'm just talking about shit I've experienced. He is speaking some wisdom this morning. I love Star Trek. I've kind of lost my love for Star Wars. It's just like, I don't even know if I'll ever go back and read the EU books ever again. I don't know. I read Heir to the Empire last year, but I didn't get on to book 2 or 3. I just read the first one, and I didn't continue reading it. I got into reading something else. I'm back in the middle of the Dark Tower series for like the 3rd time. I love being a Loki member. Punch an old woman in the face. Shellback, TJC. Thank you so very much, my friend. And I do believe, I don't know if we can do that or not. I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do.
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face.
Yes. I don't know if I still had it or not, but thank you. Shellback TJC. Give it back as much as you can. And that could be anything. If you want to do a charity thing, shit, man, Mary's Charity is awesome. The year we did that was crazy. when we matched her up to a certain amount, it was crazy. It was nuts. And we all know it was nuts because there was all kinds of nutty shit happening. It was crazy. So much so that I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Mark or Mary, if you're listening, but I'm pretty sure Mary at the end of all that was like, I don't know if I want to do it next year. Like, shit, I don't blame you. And this right here, Mags, speaking truth. People forget where they came from and how they started. That's so fucking sad. It's so sad because I know some people that would genuinely light up a room. They would light up a room. And I absolutely loved streaming with some of these people. And it just changes. And it twists you and it turns you. And you see it happening and you don't know what to make of it because you're like, no, I know this person. No, they've got a good heart, or they like I said, they light up a room or whatever. And that just changes. It slowly cranks and the YouTube sickness kicks in. And it's about brown nosing suddenly. And I'm going to be on this person's channel and I'm going to start kissing this person's ass and I'm going to use this person for clout. And and it's just like, go on with your bad self. Go on with your bad self. A lot of channels that used people as stepping stones and took shortcuts, whatever you call it, are dead in the water now. They usually peak between 1K and 2K. It's true. It's true. That's the problem, isn't it? Loki, I had one video do better than normal, so I'm better than you now. Okay. Josh is, of course, kidding, but he's also not. I don't care what your sub count is. I'll talk to you. You are not a number, but don't use me to get someone else or use me for clout. Right there. Right there. So, I mean, imagine. Okay, so imagine this. Imagine that someone calls you up and is like, "Hey, I'm going to be in the area. Do you want to hang out?" That's happened to me a couple of times. Yeah, sure. We'll meet up. Blah blah blah. And them coming in and like on a stream, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's not hanging out. That's, hey, look who I'm hanging out with. Look at me. Ha. God help me, man. When did it become about that? Like social clout. Social clout. I went to Vegas. The first year they did the Vegas meetup. Maybe it was the second year. I don't know. It was a couple years ago. I've got a picture with me and Gary standing outside the bar where they had it. That's never been online. I've never shared it. I've never, cropped a Loki head over it and put it online. That's mine. It's mine. It's a memory when I went to Vegas. But why do you keep it as memory? Because I almost didn't get to do that. It's very expensive. Air travel, hotel stay. If it wasn't for Nick splitting a room with me, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I barely ate. I barely got to eat while I was there. Just going around. It's not like I got to go gamble or do anything like that. Just getting around was crazy. It's crazy. And I understand people are like, look who I got a picture with, rock on, man. But that's not what it's about, dude. Just that interaction. Clout City. I like that. I like that, Stig. I like it. So what can you do? What can you do to give back? You can be there for somebody when they need you. You can try and help people when they have a problem. If you can do a charity, by all means. If you can help with a charity, if you can help a charity, that doesn't have to be just with money. That could be your time. Mark does that every year. It's his time. He donates his time to help Mary do the charity. There are 1,000,001 ways to give back for a community that is there for you. What I don't want to see, and what I see more and more of, is someone asking for help and then asking for more help and then needing more help. And it's like, okay, here's the deal. If you're in that position, why aren't you working to get out of that position? I understand there are times where shit's tough and you're down, but why aren't you working to get out of that situation? Because if you don't work to get out of that situation, you're always going to be in that situation. Oh, but Loki, this is my life. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But I'm stuck here with blah, 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 and I have to do, no. You can work towards getting out of the situation you're in. And anyone who says they can't, anyone who tells you, I can't get out, is using you for something. Because yes, you can. Yes, you can. And it starts with them taking that first step. It starts with you taking that first step. You have to take that first step to get out of the situation you're in. You have to take that first step to be better. And if you're already convinced that you can't, if you're already convinced that that's not going to work, and this right here, this is absolutely true and absolute bullshit. GoFundMe's equal income for quite a few people. Usually they come with a story full of plot holes, tends to contradict the previous ones. That right there. That right there. That's the problem. It's why I tell people, if I help you with any kind of GoFundMe, I'm only going to do it once and that's it. I've walked that back once for a person I know was going through kidney failure because I love him and I care about him. And he was going through some serious medical shit that could have killed him. And I said, okay, I'll do it again, but no more. That's it. And yeah, didn't do one because I didn't want to be seen as a scammer. Spent a year slowly fixing things myself. And that's the thing you need to think about. Can I get through this without having something to do something like this? And Stig, I was really sick. I was really, really sick the first year I started YouTube. And I didn't tell anybody. Mike was the only one that knew. Mexican Iron Man was the only one that knew about it. I was really sick and I needed help. And I didn't let anybody know about it. Because I exact same thing. It was the exact same thing. But Loki, if you're really down, people didn't really know me then. People didn't really know me. And I didn't want it to seem like I had my hand out. Oh, I'm here. My hand's out. But I got through it. I looked at everything and I got through it and I found a way. And I made it work. It was tough. There were tough days. There were days where all I had was a bowl of ramen. You get a bowl of ramen today. That's what you get. You better find a way to make it tasty. That's just the way it was. But I got through it. And shit's not like that anymore. Things change. Things improve. And if you're not out to improve them, you're never going to know where you could get. Oh, but Loki, I'll just use other people to get where I want to go. Sure you will. And it'll never be enough. And you'll never be happy. And you'll always need more because you never got there on your own 2 fucking feet. Mocking draws with a $20 super chat. Likes, subs, members, shout outs. They're all great. But the biggest success I've made on YouTube is being told by that they started drawing because of watching me. Sharing that passion and motivating others is its own reward. Right there. I couldn't have said it better myself. That right there. I couldn't say, get back. Don't just take. Thank you so very much, Machini brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright. This last goal of the evening or morning. Go!
Spartans! What is your profession?
And Stig's on one hell of a roll. Always interesting to see people I've done nothing but use people brag about how they did it all themselves later. It's really, really eye-opening and interesting. Guys, we're getting out of here. Thank you so very much for being here this morning. Thank you for being a part of YouTube Talk this Wednesday. You guys keep the fires burning bright here. I think you really missing out on his fellowship family of nerds, friends by having such short-sighted and manipulating goals, agendas. Another great show, brother. Thank you, Pops. Guys, have a great one. Be great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend and her. We'll see you guys next week for next Wednesday's YouTube Talk. Take care, everybody.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.